Doesn't matter. That goes for IPC too. People are like, oh, the IPC is disappointing. That's not the disappointing thing. The disappointing thing is the fabric clocks. So the NVIDIA keynote yesterday was completely useless, right? All we got was the 500 hertz monitor announcement. All the leakers were wrong again. So if you watch leak content, you should probably quit that shit and do something more productive with your time, because they are wrong all the time. So just do something else. Just do something else. But let's do the AMD shit.
Let's start first with gaming. What you're seeing now is gameplay footage of the
Look at how stuttery this looks. Just watch. What, dude? Why did they show this? Just like look, watch how look at the frame times and the skips and all this shit. Am I the only person that sees that?
Recently released Ghostwire Tokyo from Tango Gameworks and Bethesda Studios, running on a pre-production version of our 16-core Ryzen 7000 processor. This first-person action-adventure game has rich visuals that help recreate an
that's like 20 FPS.
Alternate version of Tokyo. If you look at the current frequency of the CPU reported in the top left corner, you can see that those Zen 4 cores are running around 5.5 gigahertz, with slight variations during gameplay. We designed Zen 4 to run significantly faster than our previous generation, and that increase in frequency can translate into a smoother gaming experience.
Like, I don't understand why it looks so bad though. Like, are they rendering the game in 8K or something like that?
And while this is just one
example, do they go over the test specs
really
after?
Excited for gamers to get their hands on our Ryzen 7000 series. But we know
that's what I'm thinking. Maybe they like rendered the game in 8K or something, so those cores don't have any work to do, which shows them boosting to 5.5, right? Because if there was 1080p, there'd be way more work on those things, right?
Fans use Ryzen for more than just gaming. From the beginning.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter if it's look how smooth she is versus how smooth the game is, right? It doesn't work that way.
Ryzen has set the standard for high performance content creation, delivering performance that was previously only available.
That pre-recorded footage was choppy as shit.
Ryzen 7000 will extend that even further. Now let me show you a Ryzen 7000 processor running the popular Blender 3D modeling software on Ryzen desktop CPU and system platforms.
16 big cores beat 16 big and 8 big and 8 little. Yeah, I would hope so, right? I don't know why they're advertising that. It's not looking good for IPC. Who cares about IPC though? People are focusing on things that don't matter. Just what FPS does it spit out? Who cares? Like stop concerning yourself with the actual architecture of the damn thing and just look at what FPS does it give me. Who cares, right? So, but on that note, here's why he's gonna lose to Zen 3D. There's no DDR4 support, straight up. So 5800 X3D has B-die, right? Which you don't need B-die for it to scale with this, but it has it, so it has it, right? So here, this can go to 1900 FCLK, right? Which is 3800 megahertz DDR4, right? So they didn't mention the FCLKs on the new chips, right? They used 6000 C30 on the Zen 4 platform, right? What's that for FCLK? 1500? It would be 4-1, wouldn't it? It's not 3000 FCLK. There's no fucking way. So there's only a couple options. It could be 1500 FCLK, or it could be 3000 FCLK, right? Which one is more likely? This one. Right? Yeah, but then you're assuming, okay, in 6 months we'll have Raptor Lake and a whole new generation of CPUs, man. So So it's obviously this one, right? So then to get to 1900 FC, okay, what memory do we need? Times 4. We need 7600 memory. 7600 megahertz RAM, right? To tie this, right? And then that doesn't even include the cache, right? That's just linking the fabric together, right? So let's add this all up here, okay? Let's add this all up. This is where the entire thing is completely DOA on arrival, right? So here it's gonna be like, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna buy a B450 Dog Mobo for $100. Okay, I'm gonna go buy Vipers for $100. I'm gonna go buy a 5800 X3D for, what is it, 450? What is it now, 500? I don't even know what it is. So 475. Okay, total platform cost equals $675. Okay, now how much do you think this RAM is gonna cost when it comes out? Just the RAM. Let's check our friend Newegg what the fastest RAM is. Components, memory, desktop, DDR5. What's the fastest one? 6600 right now is the fastest kit that you can buy. Just $500 fucking dollars. Okay, $500 for $6600 or megahertz. $500. Okay. What is, let's say, mid-range? Let's say like a Meg Ace X570. What does that cost right now? Components, motherboard, AMD motherboards, AM4. We'll say like price highest to lowest. Shipped by Newegg. Like a Meg Ace. Like what's a Meg Ace? Carbon. Here we go. 475. 479 for like an ROG Strix. That's not even the top model. What the hell? A dark is $600? God damn. Here we go. This is a good one. A Dark Hero for 450. That's good. A Dark Hero is a good board, right? So let's say X670, or sorry, X670 Dark Hero 450. That's not inclusive. That's not including a price increase, right? Right? Then let's say the 7800X. What's the 5800X? Well, I guess will be the same price, wouldn't it? They're not giving you less fucking. They're not going to charge you less, right? $475. Total cost. Total platform cost. 500, 450, 475. $1,425 for it to be slower, dude. This gets you 6,600 divided by 4. This gets you 1650 FCLK. That's a problem, dude. Yeah. Yeah, that's a... Yeah, so, what's the price difference there? Minus 675. $700, $750 more. Yeah. Thoughts? Who was this for, dude? I guess this is for, like, the sentence that she said earlier, though, right? She was like, as the benchmarks have foreseen. Well, I guess so. Because as soon as they put this thing together, maybe it'll benchmark higher. It will in Cinebench and all that shit, right? But then again, they might have shot themselves in the foot with the Zen 3D chip because it performs so well out of the box with no tuning. Do you think those mainstream tech tubers are going to be able to tune fucking 8,000 megahertz RAM? Hell no, dude. They might put this shit in there. Maybe. They'll probably put in 6,000 megahertz shit. Or like 1,500 shit, right? They're fucked. AMD is done goofed. Or here's what might happen. If you want a review sample of Zen 4, you might have to follow certain guidelines of which games to benchmark. I can see that, dude. I could see some real wishy-washy shit happen on this launch. 100%, dude. Well, let me catch up here. Extra 1 mega cache per core. Yeah, but that's L2. That's we don't know how that's gonna scale just yet in gaming, right? The L3 cache isn't changed, right? I would take this, like, well, I guess we'll find out, right? The 3D cache is a lot of fucking cache, dude. And increasing L2 cache increases latency. And they're using DDR5, which also increases latency. And they're on chiplets. That's a lot of damn latency, dude. Those things are going to be fucking idling like 80 nanoseconds. Do you know, like, if you take an Alder Lake CPU and you take like a 6,000 kit of memory and you just XMP it and run IDA, you're at like 80 nanoseconds, dude. It is a laggy son of a bitch. DDR5 is super laggy, dude. It is insanely laggy. Right now, anyway. Zen 4 is holding an ace up their sleeve. The only ace that they have up their sleeve is 3D cache. Unless they announce something with 3D cache, it doesn't matter what they announce, dude. It doesn't matter. They could do like they're attacking. They've gone backwards in the low-hanging fruit category, right? Like so check this out. This is how we're gonna say this. AM4, right? Zen 2, laggy as fuck. Zen 3, unified cache equals better, right? Still has those shitty dips because it's a chiplet, but it still has B-die, right? You can kind of overcome it a little bit. Zen 3D, unified 3D cache, removing the need for memory even more, right? You put B-die on top, good. All low-hanging fruit were fixed, right? You get like your 55 nanoseconds with your B-die. You got your 3D cache, so even the lag of the memory isn't felt as bad, right? Right. All the low-hanging fruit were addressed in AM4. Now we're going to AM5 now, right? DDR5, laggy as fuck. No 3D cache. Laggy as fuck. 5.5 gigahertz does not scale because fabric laggy as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So if you go to the 5950X here, like just if you have a 5950X, just go test it. Do 4.6 gigahertz all core, right? And make sure you have 1900 FCLK, right? With a 5950X. Then just suicide voltage your chip for a couple of benchmark runs. Who cares, right? Just to get do 4.9 gigahertz. And then go launch whatever game you want to test. You might get like fucking 0.5% of FPS. It doesn't scale. Like the clock speed is not the problem here, right? Clock speed does scale with the Zen 3D though, right? If you go watch my video where I got 4.7 versus the 4.45 or whatever, you do get that extra 2-3% on the Zen 3D chip. So it scaled on that one a little bit, but not on the non 3D cache ones, right? It doesn't do anything. So they could literally go with AM5, they could literally go fucking 10 gigahertz All cores. Yeah, but then you're still waiting on memory in the fabric. Your fabric is at 1600. You can process that. You can process that instruction as fast as you want, but you're still waiting for those fucking chiplets. It doesn't matter, dude. You know what I'm saying? That's why that 5.5 gigahertz was super deceiving. Doesn't matter. That goes for IPC too. People are like, oh, the IPC is disappointing. That's not the disappointing thing. The disappointing thing is the fabric clocks. That's what matters. And the lack of 3D cache. Who cares about IPC? Who cares about clock speed? They basically, here's how you're gonna draw it. Zen 3D. This is your tree. This is your tree, okay? Nice roots. This is the fucking branches. Okay? Kind of looks like a little penis, like a fucking vertical penis. Okay? The lowest hanging fruits are all addressed. They're all like this, right? They're all like this. So when you increase the clock speed, you can actually go up a little bit, right? Zen 4, right? Take this, paste it over here. Just change this to a 4. Okay. All right. You have fruits that are down here again. This being fabric, this being DDR5 latency. You're like, you can take the clock speed fruit and jack it up here all you fucking want, dude. But these things are still down here again. It's you know what I'm saying? Doesn't matter. You can go like they're going, but if you jack up the clock speed and the IPC fruits way up here, it scales in Cinebench and Blender, right? Not gaming. These fruits down here are for gaming. These fruits that all got jacked up here are for the mainstream TechTuber benchmarks. Again, key sentence that she said. Key. All right? Anyway, I hope that brings the point across, right? Yeah, let me catch up here. Oh, yeah, that's true. They won't have B650 at launch. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, but who cares, man? You shouldn't be buying this shit at launch anyway. Nobody should be buying anything at launch anymore. The time of the pandemic is over. Everything is in stock now. So we have to go back to waiting for reviews and not buying shit on day one because it's going to be in stock. Like, not to mention the memory speeds are not there yet, right? So there's no shortage problems anymore. You know what I mean? Like don't worry about it. Anyway, what's the fucking goal of buying this thing anyway? What games do you need an extra 10 FPS in? What game? What's the goal? What game are you playing, right? DOA, dude. This whole thing is DOA. Let me catch you up here. They're not gonna let reviewers show 1% lows. That's a good one, actually. I didn't think about that. That's quite clever. Yeah. That would be hella interesting, huh? It's like, hey, Jay and Linus, don't show 1% lows on this chip. That'd be fucking wild, dude. That I could see that though. That would solve the review problem, right? They should have a DDR4 IMC. Yeah, but they don't know about BDI though. They don't. They like. It's not. You guys can't. It's not. That's not how it works, guys. Like the engineers at AMD and like the benchmarkers and the marketing people and when they do their product slides and all that shit, they don't know about like the 200 dudes that are actually tuning shit. Our niche is so small. It is a speck of dust in a fucking universe, dude. That's how small our community / niche is, right? It's to like 99% of people, the DDR5 will be faster. Because they're going from 3200 megahertz RAM to 6400. Which is actually the same FCLK, but then DDR5 can just do 4 instructions or whatever per cycle, right? So, right? So they don't know about like the nerd in his basement tuning the BIOS screen for every last timing. You're a nothing burger. You're infinitesimal. You mean fucking nothing, dude. You know what I'm saying? That's why there's no Z. That's why there's no DDR4 shit. You have to, before adopting this platform, basically what AMD has taught us is you do not buy chiplet architectures unless there's 3D cache on it. Period. You don't do it. They perform like fucking ass cheeks in games unless there's 3D cache on it. So this is all fine and dandy. This is all great and dandy. You can have your Cinememe shit, your bench meme. But if there's no 3D cache on this shit, DOA, dude. You do not fucking adopt that shit. Because you already know what you're getting. You've already experienced the low-hanging fruit of low FCLK chiplet CPUs, right? You already know what you're getting, right? The performance difference of these two, so this is for chiplet, right? You've already seen the lows, like the 1% lows. You've seen that performance difference. So if you see a chiplet architecture that doesn't have at least 96 megabytes of cache on it, you know where your lows are. Doesn't matter. Dude, there's these fucking people that are overclocking their 5950Xs to like 10 gigahertz and shit. There's that guy that did that on liquid nitrogen or whatever. He got 5.5 on his Zen 3 chip. His 1% lows were garbage. It doesn't matter. You still have to go across a fabric. Chiplets are ass cheeks, dude. You know what I'm saying? So unless you see this, do not adopt. Do not. Yeah, 96 isn't even enough, but at least it's that's the minimum. Like this is the chiplet minimum that you need to see before you adopt the chiplet architecture, right? Chiplet minimum. This is it. If it has less than that per chiplet, you fucking pass on that shit. I'm out skis, right? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because then why the hell would you spend, what did we say? It was $1,700 to adopt the platform? Why wouldn't you just buy Alder Lake at that point? Because you can just use DDR4. Right? So it was $750 for 5800 X3D adoption, right? It was $1750, right? 650. No, it was 650 and 1750 for Zen 4 adoption. Yeah, but what about 12900K adoption? We're not even talking about Raptor Lake, right? Z690A Pro, the cheapest fucking Z690 shit that you can buy. I think it's $180, right? And this one will give you better lows, more consistent performance. You have E-cores if you want them. If you want to do productivity shit, you have the E-cores. This one doesn't have them. It's like, you can adopt this, and then there's the upgradability argument too, right? It's like, if you adopt this now, you can't upgrade. If you adopt this, it's going to be slow as fuck. If you adopt this right now, you can upgrade to 13th gen later and still have DDR4 support with low latency. I don't know. That's how my thoughts go about it. So I think 13900K with B-Die is gonna be like the fucking dude. That's gonna be the platform to end all platforms. Do you know what I'm saying? Anyway, boys, that is pretty much my thoughts on the whole AMD Zen 4 shit. No 3D cache, no buy. Dead on arrival. You have to wait for the Zen 4 3D variants to come out before you even pay attention to that shit, dude. And if you're looking at Cinememe benchmarks and shit, that you don't have a goal. Then again, what goal do you have that a 12900K or a 1500X 3D can't give you right now? What's the goal? 2000 FPS over 1000 FPS? What's the goal, right? Don't get excited for new shit just because it's new. Old shit works, dude. You can still play games just fine on a 2600K. You don't need this new shit, dude. But if you do buy the new shit, make sure to use all my affiliate codes down below. Right?